Good morning, class. This is going to be a godly place story, The Circle of the Church Year. This is a story written by Jerome Barrymore. So, this is the circle of the church year, and it represents time. So, what is time? Some people say that time is a line. So we know that there's time. There's time to get ready, to get up, to go to school. There's time that we eat. There's time that we play. There's time that we do all kinds of things. But what is that? So if time is a line, does it go forever? Is there a beginning? Is there an end? So let's look. So here we see time starting, and this is the beginning, and it grows. As it gets going, the longer time goes, the beginning is getting older, and there's a new beginning. And we constantly see a new beginning and the beginning getting older and a new beginning starting. And it goes and it goes and it goes. Does it go forever? Or does it just eventually end? So let's see. So we keep seeing the beginning now getting older, and the older are getting, and the new beginning coming, and now the beginning is getting very old, and the first beginning is getting very old, and now we're seeing that the time is still coming and coming, and eventually we do reach the end. So we have a beginning that is now old and a new beginning. And so what did the church do? Well, the church took the beginning and the end and it tied them together so that there's always a beginning and there's always an end. So we have our circle of the church here with a beginning and an end. So what are the parts of the church here? So we have the three main special Sundays. We have the mystery of Christmas. We have the mystery of Easter. And we have the mystery of Pentecost. So those are the three parts of Easter that are the special Sundays. But then we have the other parts that are very important. So the beginning of the church year actually starts with Advent, with the purple, these four purple squares. So Advent is the time that we get ready for Christmas, because Christmas is something you just can't have. You have to get ready for it. So we have 4 Sundays to get ready for Christmas. Then we have all these Sundays to get ready for Easter, because Easter is a bigger mystery than Christmas. So Easter is even more of a mystery than Christmas, so we have to have more time to get ready. So we call that Lent. And so we have 6 Sundays to get ready for Lent, or Lent to get ready. So, because we know that Lent is even a big, or Easter is even a bigger mystery, and it's such a big mystery that we can't contain it in one Sunday. So we have 6 more Sundays for Easter, because it's such a, and so those 6 Sundays are also the Sundays that lead us to Pentecost. So so the 6 Sundays of Easter are the 6 Sundays that we get ready for Pentecost. Then we have all these other Sundays. So what are these? These are the growing Sundays. These are the Sundays that are not in those seasons. All right, and there's lots and lots and lots of these Sundays. Lots of them. So, we have Advent, which is the beginning of the Christmas season and the beginning of the church year. So the church year starts with Advent. And then we have the four purple Sundays that we get ready for Christmas. And purple is a serious color because Advent's a serious time, and it's a color, and it's also a color for kings. So we know that this represents the coming of the king. And then we have the 6 Sundays of Lent, and they're also purple because we know Jesus is a king, and we know something serious is going to happen to Jesus. Then we have Easter, and we have the 6 Sundays of the Easter season. And that's the time where we know Jesus in a new way. That's the time where Jesus had died on the cross, which is very, very sad, and then he was seen, and the disciples saw him, and other people saw him, and they saw him around Jerusalem, and they saw him around. And he was with the disciples for a long, long time. And then, eventually, one day, he was with the disciples. They were all together, and they saw him. They walked out of Jerusalem and went near Jerusalem, and they saw Jesus rise up to heaven. And he went up to heaven, and a couple days later, the Holy Spirit descended down. And that was on Pentecost. So they descended down, and all the disciples became filled with the Holy Spirit. Their tongues were on fire, and that's why Pentecost is red, because of the fire of the Holy Spirit, and the church was formed, and that's how all this got started. And then we have these other Sundays, which there's the Sundays that are between Christmas and Easter, and then all these Sundays after the Easter season. And these are called the Sundays after Easter. And we have all of those. So let's see if we can rebuild the church year. Okay? So we have Advent, the 4 purple Sundays that lead us to the time that we prepare and get ready for Christmas. And then we have Christmas. Then we have up to 9 Sundays between Easter and between Christmas and Easter, and that's because Easter is on a different day every year, and so some weeks, some years it comes sooner, some years it comes later. So the Sundays are not always the same. Then we have the 6 Sundays of Lent, the purple Sundays of Lent, where we get ready for Easter again. Which is in the spring. Then we have Easter, and then we have the 6 Sundays of the Easter season, because Easter is such a major mystery, it can't be held in one week, so we have to have multiple weeks for Easter. goes on until, still hot, until Pentecost. And so then we have the Pentecost season, which is usually right around the time, in a normal year, you would be ending school. So things have been very different this year. And so then we have the Sundays after Pentecost, which usually start about the time you have your summer vacation, and would be doing fun things. Hopefully you got to do some of those this year. Swimming, going to the beach, and it goes until it's ready to go back to school, which where we are right now. So you guys are sort of back to school, not really, but doing the best we can in the pandemic. And then the days start getting a little shorter. You notice that we had long days in summer, now we have the short days. The shorter days for starting in the fall, and the days are going to keep getting shorter and shorter. And they're going to get shorter right all the way up until we start, and actually all the way through. The days get shorter all the way until we get to Christmas, then they start getting longer again. So this is the beginning. So here was the start of the church year, and the end. The beginning, that was the end, and the end, it was the beginning. So that's the circle of the circle of the church year, and those are the colors, and those are what the colors mean. So when you're at home and you want to do your wondering questions, so that you have material to work with, things to do. So contemplate, what do these colors mean? So have you seen these colors in the church? Do you know why? Wonder why the church tells time with colors. What do you think when you go into the church and you see these colors? What do you think when you see the white or the red or the green? I wonder how the colors get changed. Where do the colors go when they're not in the church? And who puts them there? How do you feel when you see these colors? What do the different colors tell you? So this is the circle of the church here. We have Advent, Christmas, regular Sundays, Lent, Easter, the Easter season, Pentecost, and then the rest of the Sundays. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoy and have fun while you do your work today. And think about the church here, and think about what all this means. All right, God bless you all.